I can't do it. I can't do it, man. I can't do it. First the Milo farts. Almost made me want to turn off this thing. But now this is just stupid. Actually, okay, this is actually the second time it's happened.
No, this happens like all the time in this show. Honestly.
No, it's just. Alright, here's the problem with Korra. There's no time for character development. There's no time for exposition because it's a mini series, and then they just pull stuff seemingly just right out of their freaking butts right at the end, and it pisses me off. Really bad. Oh my gosh. I cannot stand dangling plot elements. It is the worst type of plot hole. Okay, sometimes you'll be like, oh, it wasn't explained because I didn't have enough time, or it's just supposed to be open to interpretation. But it's bad. It's bad storytelling. Okay, this is what we're talking about. Korra, Asami, random lesbian couple.
Pretty much.
Okay, all right. In the series finale of Korra, okay, they pretty much murder Kavira and the entire town. And they make a random spirit portal, like the spirits already don't have enough portals.
The only part that made sense was Eric and Julie got married.
Okay, we knew they were going to get married. They had foreshadowing for 3 seasons, because they weren't in the first season. They had foreshadowing for 3 seasons that they were actually in love with each other. Foreshadowing, character development, exposition. We knew that they were going to be together because it made sense. It made sense in the narrative. There was actual narrative time devoted to their relationship. Alright, okay. Basically, at the end of the thing, they just become lesbians. They weren't lesbians before, and now they're lesbians. And I'm saying that because there is no foreshadowing at all that they want to become, that they love each other. No foreshadowing.
Even the scene itself is rushed.
They just get together. The scene just happens.
They talk for 30 seconds.
They're like, okay, let's go to the spirit world and be lesbians now. There is no foreshadowing. Okay, all right. I'm gonna prove it to you. All right. First season, Korra sees Mako and basically instantaneously falls in love with him. So she is either straight or bi. She can't be, she likes men. All right. She doesn't like Asami at all when they first meet.
She actually hates him.
No, they hate each other. And that sort of makes sense because they're going for the same guy, but there is no bonding, that kind of bonding, and really until the end. Then they become friends, just normal friends. All right, okay. Then, in the second series, they're still as normal friends the entire time. And then Korra leaves for 3 years. Okay, before all that, they were just friends. Clearly just friends. They didn't have any romantic relationships whatsoever. She's gone for 3 flippin' years. What happens when she's gone for these 3 years? She writes her letters.
You can build a struggle.
No... But they're just letters about like, oh, I'm recovering from being poisoned by mercury.
I know.
It's just, they're not romantic letters. She's just confiding in a friend, and she doesn't feel comfortable confiding with the guys, because, guys freak out about everything, like what we're doing right now. So, like, she's like, okay, I'm not going to tell the guys about how I feel hopeless, and I'm not going to come back and all that stuff, because they're going to freak the hell out. And Asami is the only one who's level-headed because she's a genius and she controls a multi-million-dollar company. And, okay, so it makes sense. At this point, we're still just friends. There is no implications or foreshadowing whatsoever to the beginning of the 4th season. The beginning of the 4th season, there is no foreshadowing that they have a...
Korra isn't even in Republic City and sees none of them.
Yeah, sees none of them. Okay, all right. There is no... Till about literally 4 episodes in, there isn't even a chance of them developing a relationship in the fourth season. All right, then they meet each other for like an hour. They talk to each other for like an hour, and then they go to a battle. And then Kavira invades the city. So literally, there's this supposed romantic relationship, which, by the way, I don't care if they're lesbians. it makes sense. There should be lesbians in books, movies, shows, because they exist. Not pretending that lesbians don't exist would be kind of stupid, but the problem is no foreshadowing. They're with each other in like the 4th season for like 2 hours.
Just about.
They were just friends before this point. So in 2 hours, there's like suddenly telepathically realized that they were in love with each other. And,
yeah, they just.
Okay, first of all,
they looked into each other's eyes and they went, "Let's be lesbians."
Alright, here's the thing. Alright. Normally, okay, they have both been attracted to guys before, so they probably both assume they're straight. So, wouldn't they at first be like, kind of be like, apprehensive about being in love with each other, even if they were? So they're not going to be like instantaneous lesbians. They're going to be like, oh, I sort of kind of have feelings for her, but it's kind of weird because I'm normally into guys. Like, wouldn't they do that first? Shouldn't there be like little like tension beforehand? You know what I'm saying? Like to kind of like like the whole like they'll put their hand in each other for a moment, then like pull it away or some like thing they always do in movies, the stupid hand trick, and like just some foreshadowing that they're like sort of starting to get into each other like that. But there's none. There is no foreshadowing. There's no exposition. There is no plot time even devoted to them being together. This is what happens. 5 episodes, she's like, ugh, I can't recover from being poisoned from Zahir.
It was like 7 episodes.
Then they have 3 episodes talking about freaking Zafu. And then they have
wasn't recovered.
They have an episode where they meet Toph in the swamp, and then Korra fights Kuvira, and so it's like, blah, 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 I can't get over me being violated by Zahir. And then she goes to Public City and she goes, hi, Asami. Hey, I need to see Zahir. That's all she does. That's all she talks to her, that part.
No,
she does is like...
remember in Remembrances, they talk, remember?
Yeah, they talk.
They like catch up, that's it.
They catch up. Where is the relationship developing? Where is it coming from? It wasn't... like people are like, oh, they're really close to each other. Yeah, they're friends. They're friends.
Just like the rest of the group.
Yeah, the rest of the group. This is another like Dumbledore was supposed to be gay. Fine. But they didn't mention it in all 7 books. They didn't imply it. They didn't show it. There was no foreshadowing. You can't be just like 5 years later, oh, this character's supposed to be gay. No, you have to, if you specifically want a character to be gay and you want that to actually have a bearing on the plot, you have to imply it. Or state it, or have some sort of, have the narrative, say it in some way. You can't just be like, they're lesbians now, or they're gay now. You can't just pull it out in literally the last 5 seconds of the episode.
Yeah, it's less than a minute.
It's they have a conversation, which any 2 friends could have. Any friends. Then they were like, let's go on vacation, which is something any 2 friends could say. And then they walk to the spirit world, like literally just abandon the party, like and run to the spirit world. Okay, all right. This once again is things that normal, non-romantic friends could do. And then they're holding hands, which is a little like, but that's still something friends could do, especially girls. They're a little bit more touchy-feely than guys. When we never like men hug each other, or always like gay or whatever. But anyway, It all makes sense. At all points, it still makes sense that they're just friends. And then, last 5 seconds, they look into each other like, you're the one I've always meant to be with. I love you now. Let's run off and be together. What? What? And seriously, I'm fine with them being lesbians. I don't care. The show's over now, but it has to make sense. It's okay. I would be saying this if it was a straight couple. If it was a man and a girl who had no relationship, like that, no friends, romantic relationship with each other, and they're just friends, and then suddenly they look into each other's eyes at the end. It would make just as much sense, which would be the amount of sense that is equal to no sense, because it doesn't make sense. Like, no. Cheesecake was saying it would make just as much sense for Korra and Kavira to walk off in the spirit world.
She walks out of the spirit world
and look into each other's eyes.
We're lesbians now.
Yeah, we're lesbians now.
And then
okay, well, bisexual, because it's already been plainly established, because the narrative said so, that they're into guys. They're both into guys, for sure. So we know that they have to be at least bisexual. But they're not bisexual, because there was no foreshadowing that they liked girls too. It doesn't make any sense. It's stupid. I'm sorry. It's stupid. It's just controversy bait. They want people, a bunch of people, to watch the series finale that weren't normally going to be there to see the first confirmed lesbian couple in a children's show. That's all it is. It's not edgy. Because it wasn't
murdering someone on screen in a kid's show is more edgy.
No, they've already done that about 10 times. They've already done that about 10 times.
Yeah, but it's still more edgy than a lesbian.
Yeah, it's more lesbian than an edgy couple. This is 2014. We don't care if there's stupid gay couples in our stupid shows. Okay, I don't care. All right. It's wow, they're homosexual. It's like 5% of the population. It's bound to happen sometime. Okay, yeah. I don't care. It just has to make sense. All relationships in all comic books, movies, TV shows, and books have to make sense. They get to play all of you.
Okay, I have another reason why it actually doesn't make sense.
Okay,
because,
right.
okay, Asami, we can assume that this party or whatever is not that long after the gigantic
like
fight.
2 or 3 weeks.
At most, probably. And she is like, my father died. And then she's like, let's go les out. That's, what? She would not be emotionally ready to do any relationship, let alone like the polar opposite of what.
Like, yeah, I know. Forever. She's just like, yeah, she isn't really seem that sad that she's dead, and they just like. Here's the thing, they're dicks. All the other people at the party almost died fighting for them. And they're just like, bye, we're not even going to say goodbye. We're literally just going to rip off our dresses that we clearly didn't, well, okay, Korra probably didn't buy hers because she has, like, no money in her house or anything. So someone gave her that dress and she just, like, rips it off. And she grabs a backpack. Where'd she have the backpack? She hasn't been living here the entire time.
No, they just snuck
Where
out.
does she...
Actually, no, everything was destroyed, actually.
Everything was destroyed. Where are they getting even these, like, backpacking clothes? Like, okay, all right. And then they, like, just... run the spirit. How do they get to the mainland?
She waterbends. For the second time in the season.
Okay, she finally did waterbend. We've confirmed that. Okay, like how
She's holding Asami in her arms.
Yeah, she's like
across.
It's like
let's go, babe.
Yeah, let's go, babe.
she jets across the lake and goes to the spirit portal.
Oh, Korra, you're so strong. You can waterbend and hold me at the same time, even though I weigh twice as much as you because I'm physically taller, like by like 5 inches. Actually, she's kind of muscular, Korra, but I don't know.
Yeah, she's pretty.
I think
she picked just as she picked.
No, but that wasn't the Avatar state.
No, but then she left the Avatar state and he showed them up for like 3 more seconds.
Oh yeah, that's okay. All right, she can carry Asami on her back. Okay, that's okay. The mainland solved. She maybe she jumped over the water because.
But she isn't manly though. She's just like strong.
No, she's just really muscular for she's really muscle bound. She always has been. And things like it's stupid. I'm sorry, it's stupid. If they had foreshadowing. At least in this season, because there was no foreshadowing this season, that's for sure. If they had at least had foreshadowing in this season, I would be fine with it. I would not care. But there was no foreshadowing. There is no exposition. There is no... They literally spent no time together this season. None. The only time that they were together, they're like, oh, hope we don't die, freaking, you should go over there and launch that attack at that thing. Like, it's just, the only time they were with each other when they were trying to fight and not die.
And they still didn't even say that much.
They didn't say that much to each other. They didn't even talk to each other. Besides the letters. And the letters were just basic, like, diary type thing, except you were sending it to a pen pal. It's like, the sun's really bright today, and I don't feel like moving because I can't, because I'm paraplegic now. It's just like, it's dumb. You have to have exposition, foreshadowing, and character development to have a relationship. You can't just pull anything you want to
out
of thin air unless you're lost. Because if you're lost, you can just make whatever up and people will keep on watching it every week. But if they made it up on the spot and they had no foreshadowing, it's stupid, it's lazy writing, it's just dumb. Gosh, seriously. Do you have anything else to add?
Watch every single episode and even the finale besides the last 2 minutes, and you can avoid a lot of headache. That's all I gotta say.
I'd say it's seriously. It's the same thing. The whole like freaking Jinora is randomly a spirit god now.
No, I call her savior woman.
Yeah, she's just like, I have no spirit powers for the first two.
No, she has no powers. She's not even a character, really.
They don't even show her as a character.
She's a flat character.
She's a flat one-dimensional character. She has no special air-bending abilities.
Even when they make her the spirit person,
she has like 10 lines. She has like half an episode dedicated to her, and then she's suddenly the savior of the entire world. Yeah, it's just I really like Avatar, both Korra and the original, but this Korra, the writing is just off. They're just. I know that they're shorter episodes, but they pull stuff out just out of nowhere. They do it in the freaking like Rava, like there was no foreshadowing for that in the first.
Even try.
They didn't even mention it in the first Avatar.
They didn't mention anything. They were like avatars are like a descendant of a past avatar.
Yeah, not even okay. No, they sort of implied kind of the opposite of what Rava is in the first series, and they imply the opposite of what freaking harmonic convergence is, but the whole everyone becoming airbenders. They implied in the first series that anybody could be an bend if they put their mind to it and actually learn the martial arts.
They threw away about half of the storyline.
They got rid of like half the lore. They butchered like half the lore. They just made up. It's just, I know they don't have enough time, but they spent 3 episodes talking about the first Avatar, like 4 episodes talking about how Lin got her scar from her sister. We don't care about how she got her scar.
Was just filler.
You can't have that much filler in a series that only has 13 episodes. That's supposed to be the last Avatar anything that's going to ever come out.
Do you want to know how much filler there was in the original series? Like 3 episodes, maybe. Or like 4.
And if there's a thing, like, even in the filler episodes, there was character development.
Exactly.
None of the characters changed in this show.
Or at least, like, entertaining.
Korra has character development, but besides that, there's very little character development. They keep on adding more characters. They don't develop the old ones. Mako's like, what the F, Mako?
No, like, they even wrote good characters, but they didn't do anything with them.
It's just, oh gosh, we're just ranting about the random lesbian couple thing, so going into all the problems that the whole series have would be kind of stupid here.
Well, I mean, it is just a part of the whole thing.
It's just no foreshadowing, no character development, just pulling stuff out of nowhere. It pisses me off.
They were thought bending.
Yeah, they saw into each other's hearts and they're like,
there is a place for me in there. I love you.
Let's go off together in the spirit world. We can hold hands and do lesbian sex. Whoa!
And then a spirit grabbed them and raped them.
You know, that's because they get a lot of tentacles and a lot of spirit tentacles.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a good place to have a honeymoon.
Have a good Christmas, everybody.
Bye.